The invention of writing is widely considered to be one of the most important events in human history. Writing is a system of symbols that represent language and enable the recording and preservation of information. Prior to the invention of writing, humans relied on oral communication to convey information and pass down knowledge from one generation to the next. The earliest known form of writing was developed by the Sumerians in Mesopotamia around 3200 BCE. This system, known as cuneiform, involved the use of a stylus to make wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets. Cuneiform was initially used primarily for accounting and record-keeping, but over time it evolved to include poetry, literature, and other forms of written expression. Other ancient writing systems developed independently around the world, including hieroglyphics in Egypt, Chinese characters, and the Indus script in India. These writing systems enabled the development of complex societies, as they allowed for the recording of laws, religious texts, histories, and other forms of knowledge. The invention of writing had a profound impact on human culture and development. It allowed for the creation and transmission of ideas and knowledge across time and space, making it possible for civilizations to build upon the achievements of their predecessors. Writing also enabled the development of literature, philosophy, science, and other fields of study that have shaped human culture and progress. The Agricultural Revolution was a period of significant change in human history that took place between 10,000 BCE and 4000 BCE. During this time, humans began to transition from a nomadic, hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a settled, agricultural lifestyle, leading to the development of permanent settlements and the rise of civilization. Prior to the Agricultural Revolution, humans relied on hunting, fishing, and gathering for food, moving from place to place in search of resources. The Agricultural Revolution changed this by allowing humans to produce food through farming, which made it possible to support larger populations in one place. The Agricultural Revolution began independently in several parts of the world, including the Fertile Crescent in the Middle East, China, and Central America. The emergence of monotheistic religions had a profound impact on human culture and development. Monotheistic religions provided a moral and ethical framework for human behavior, emphasizing the importance of charity, justice, and compassion. They also led to the development of religious institutions, such as churches and mosques, which played important roles in shaping social and political structures. Monotheistic religions also had a significant impact on art, literature, and philosophy. Christian art, for example, played a critical role in the development of Western art, while Islamic art was known for its intricate geometric designs and calligraphy. Monotheistic religions also inspired important works of literature, such as the Bible and the Quran, and philosophical traditions, such as Thomism in Christianity and Islamic philosophy. Today, monotheistic religions continue to play a significant role in human culture and development, shaping the beliefs and values of billions of people around the world. The Age of Exploration, also known as the Age of Discovery, was a period of European exploration and expansion that lasted from the late 15th century to the 17th century. During this time, European explorers set out to explore and colonize new territories around the world, leading to significant changes in global politics, economics, and culture. The Age of Exploration began with the Portuguese exploration of Africa in the late 15th century, which led to the establishment of trading posts along the African coast. In 1492, Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer working for the Spanish, set out on a journey to find a new trade route to Asia. Instead, he reached the Caribbean islands, which he called the New World. Columbus's voyages marked the beginning of European colonization of the Americas, which had a profound impact on the indigenous populations and the development of the continent. Other explorers, such as Ferdinand Magellan and Vasco da Gama, continued to explore and expand European territories around the world. Magellan's voyage around the world, for example, led to the discovery of the Philippines and opened up new trade routes to Asia. Da Gama's exploration of India and the Indian Ocean led to the establishment of Portuguese trading posts in the region and a significant increase in European trade with Asia. The Age of Exploration had a profound impact on global politics, economics, and culture. European exploration and colonization led to the spread of European languages, religions, and customs around the world, as well as the forced migration and enslavement of millions of people from Africa to the Americas. The rise of global trade also led to significant changes in the global economy, as European nations competed for control of new territories and resources. Today, The legacy of the Age of Exploration is still visible in many parts of the world, from the language and culture of Latin America to the trade relationships between Europe and Asia. However, it is also important to acknowledge the negative consequences of European colonization, including the displacement of indigenous populations, the exploitation of natural resources, and the perpetuation of systemic racism and inequality. The Industrial Revolution was a period of rapid industrialization and technological advancement that took place in the 18th and 19th centuries, primarily in Europe and North America. During this time, significant advances were made in manufacturing, transportation, and communication, which had a profound impact on global society and the world economy. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain in the late 1700s, with the development of new machines and processes for manufacturing textiles, such as the spinning jenny and the power loom. These inventions allowed for the production of textiles to be mechanized, leading to increased efficiency and lower costs. This, in turn, led to the growth of the textile industry and the development of factories. Other industries, such as iron and coal mining, also underwent significant technological advances during the Industrial Revolution. The invention of the steam engine, for example, allowed for the more efficient mining and transportation of coal, which was essential for powering the factories and machines of the era. The Industrial Revolution also saw significant advances in transportation and communication. The development of steam-powered ships and trains allowed for faster and more efficient transportation of goods and people, while the telegraph revolutionized long-distance communication. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on global society and the world economy. It led to the growth of urbanization, as people migrated from rural areas to work in factories and cities. It also led to significant social and economic changes, including the rise of the middle class and the emergence of new political ideologies such as socialism and capitalism. The Industrial Revolution also had significant environmental impacts, including air and water pollution, deforestation, and the depletion of natural resources. Today, the legacy of the Industrial Revolution is still visible in many parts of the world, from the factories and machines that continue to drive global manufacturing to the ongoing debates around the role of technology in society and the environment. World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that took place from 1914 to 1918. The war involved many of the world's major powers, including the Central Powers of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, and the Allied powers of France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and later the United States. The immediate cause of the war was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist in June 1914. This event led to a chain reaction of alliances and military mobilizations, eventually leading to the outbreak of war in August 1914. The war was fought on multiple fronts, including the Western Front in France and Belgium, the Eastern Front in Russia, and the Balkans. It was characterized by trench warfare, where soldiers on both sides dug into the ground and fought from entrenched positions. The war saw significant technological and strategic innovations, such as the widespread use of artillery and machine guns, the first use of poison gas as a weapon, and the introduction of tanks and airplanes. The war had a profound impact on global politics, economics, and society. It resulted in the collapse of several empires, including the Ottoman Empire and the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the emergence of new nation-states in Europe. The war also led to significant social changes, including the expansion of women's roles in the workforce and the growth of anti-war movements. The war ended in November 1918 with the signing of the Armistice of Compiègne. World War II was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest conflict in human history, with an estimated 70 to 85 million fatalities worldwide. The war involved the majority of the world's nations, including all of the great powers, organized into two opposing military alliances, the Allies and the Axis. The war was triggered by the aggression of Nazi Germany, led by dictator Adolf Hitler, who sought to expand the German Empire by force. Hitler's invasion of Poland in September 1939 prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany, leading to the outbreak of war in Europe. The war quickly spread around the world, with Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941 bringing the United States into the conflict. The war was fought on multiple fronts, with major theaters of war including Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. The war involved significant technological advancements, including the widespread use of aircraft, tanks, and submarines, as well as the development of nuclear weapons towards the end of the conflict. The war was characterized by a number of significant events, including the Battle of Stalingrad, the D-Day invasion of Normandy, and the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. The war also witnessed a number of atrocities, including the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jews were systematically murdered by the Nazis. The war ultimately ended with the unconditional surrender of Germany on May 7, 1945, and the subsequent surrender of Japan on August 15, 1945, after the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war had a profound impact on the world, leading to the rise of the United States and Soviet Union as global superpowers, the formation of the United Nations, and the establishment of new international laws and institutions aimed at preventing future conflicts. Today, the legacy of World War II is still visible in many parts of the world, from the ongoing tensions between North and South Korea to the lasting impact of the Holocaust on Jewish communities around the world. The war remains a significant historical event that continues to shape global politics, culture, and society. The space race was a competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to achieve superiority in space exploration during the Cold War era. The space race was fueled by political, economic, and military factors, as both nations sought to demonstrate their technological and scientific prowess to the world. The space race began in 1957, when the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, into orbit. This event shocked the United States, which had previously believed that it was technologically superior to the Soviet Union. In response, the U.S. government created the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and ramped up its own space exploration efforts. The space race led to a series of significant achievements by both nations, including the first manned spaceflight, the first spacewalk, and the first lunar landing. The space race had a significant impact on global politics, as both the United States and Soviet Union sought to use their achievements in space to demonstrate their political and technological superiority. The space race also had a significant impact on science and technology, as it spurred the development of new technologies, such as the Space Shuttle and the International Space Station. Today, space exploration continues to be an important area of scientific and technological research, with a number of countries and private companies investing in space exploration and commercial space travel. The legacy of the space race can still be seen in the ongoing efforts to explore and colonize space, as well as in the technological advancements that have come as a result of these efforts. The Information Age, also known as the Computer Age, is a period of history that began in the late 20th century and continues into the present day. It is characterized by the widespread use of computers and other digital technologies to store, process, and share information. The Information Age began in the 1970s with the development of the first personal computers, such as the Apple II and the IBM PC. The growth of the Internet in the 1990s marked a major milestone in the Information Age, making it possible to connect computers and share information on a global scale. The Information Age has transformed many aspects of modern life, from how we work and communicate to how we access information and entertainment. It has led to the development of new industries and technologies, such as e-commerce, social media, and online streaming services. With the vast amount of information available at our fingertips, we are able to access and process information more quickly and efficiently than ever before. This has led to the development of new fields of study, such as data science and artificial intelligence, that are focused on making sense of the vast amounts of data generated by digital technologies. The Information Age has also raised important questions about privacy, security, and access to information. The widespread use of digital technologies has made it easier to collect, store, and share personal data, raising concerns about the potential misuse of this information. Today, the Information Age continues to evolve rapidly, with new technologies and innovations emerging on a regular basis. It is a period of history that has transformed the way we live, work, and interact with each other, and it is likely to continue shaping the world for many years to come.